Is Kyrie Irving still a superstar and facilitator or a problem in the locker room? Can he help Luka conquer the West and reach the NBA Finals? Hello again, basketball fans, and welcome back to Hoop Vision. Today, we're discussing one of the most enigmatic minds in the NBA. Kyrie Irving. As one of the most skilled and agile guards in the league, he has lots to offer. But is he still the same Uncle Drew? Let's dive in and explore the story that makes Kyrie so special. Irving's father was also a basketball player who attended Boston University and went on to play in Australia for the Bulleen Boomers. In 1992, he had a son whom he named Kyrie. Everything seemed to be wonderful for a while, but unfortunately, when Kyrie was only 4 years old, his mom passed away due to an illness, and his dad, Dredrick Irving, was left to raise him and his two sisters with the help of Kyrie's aunts. 8 years later, his dad remarried and is still together with Kyrie's stepmom, who's also been his agent for almost 2 years now. Losing his mom affected Kyrie a lot, which he expressed in a video explaining he never got to hug her after a 40-point game, never got to do ordinary stuff with her and spend time together. That's why he does everything he can to honor the memory of her and fully embraces his mom's heritage from the Standing Rock Sioux tribe. The full specter of emotions and suffering Kyrie experienced very young made him into a very mature player on the court, despite his antics outside of the playing arena. Even during his one college season with the Duke Blue Devils, it was obvious that Kyrie was not just NBA potential, but NBA ready. The injuries throughout the season prevented him from making a deeper run during the March Madness tournament, but there was zero doubt regarding what he can do on the court. As expected, Kyrie Irving was selected as the first pick in the 2011 NBA draft by the Cleveland Cavaliers, who were still mourning over LeBron James leaving them. Kyrie was able to translate his skills onto the court straight away, winning the Rookie of the Year award and making flashy highlights. Everyone still remembers that nasty crossover on Brandon Knight in the Rising Stars Challenge. His individual impact was recognized and Kyrie was an all-star in his second season. In his third, he was an all-star game MVP, recording 31 points and 14 assists. Although the Cavs didn't make the playoffs in Kyrie's first 3 years, they were definitely a fun team to watch because of him. Before LeBron's return to Cleveland, Kyrie was a one-man army and a single reason why Cavs games were watchable. However, individual accolades were not why Kyrie was playing basketball. He wanted to compete for the championship, but there weren't many players who wanted to come join him in Cleveland. Until when Miami Heat got beat by the Spurs in 2014 NBA Finals, LeBron had to make a decision about his future. Looking back, he had achieved what he so desperately wanted, twice in a row. Now that the rings were on his fingers, the only thing left to make the journey complete was to deliver the championship to his hometown. And who was more competent to help him on that mission than the biggest talent they've drafted ever since LeBron came into the league? With Kyrie Irving at the point and LeBron at the wing, the only thing they lacked was a big man who could complement their abilities. Luckily, they had the assets in Andrew Wiggins and future picks, so Kevin Love was added to the Cavs, making them instantly a much better team. Interestingly, Cleveland went from 33-49 record in the 13-14 season to a 52-29 first seed in just 1 year. Kyrie's lack of playoffs experience didn't bother him much, as he was putting great numbers and the Cavs had a relatively easy path through the East, despite losing Kevin Love in the first round due to an injury suffered from a dirty play by Kelly Olynyk. We all know what happened next, as Curry's Warriors went on to beat the Cavs 4-2, but Kyrie proved he belonged in the NBA Finals and was hungry for more winning. Next season was marked with the Warriors' 73-9 record, and plenty of people were dismissing Cleveland's chances in case both teams find themselves again in the finals. However, Kyrie's performances in all 7 games were crowned by now famous three-pointer with 55 seconds to go, which gave the Cavs the lead and turned out to be crucial for winning the game. Unfortunately, following their championship, the Warriors acquired none other than Kevin Durant. The Cavs lost in the finals next year, which started Kyrie's departure from Cleveland. What came after was Kyrie Irving's tenure with the Boston Celtics, and it was a roller coaster ride filled with both excitement and disappointment. His arrival in Boston was met with high expectations and hopes of bringing another NBA championship to the franchise. Kyrie joined the Celtics in the summer of 2017 via a blockbuster trade involving Isaiah Thomas, Jay Crowder, and a 2018 draft pick. In the 2017 to 2018 season, Kyrie played a pivotal role in the Celtics' solid regular season run. However, his season was cut short due to injury, which forced him to miss the entire postseason. Despite his absence, the Celtics reached the Eastern Conference Finals, where they were, ironically, defeated by the Cleveland Cavaliers. This playoff run showcased the future depth of the Celtics roster, roster, with young talents like Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and Terry Rozier stepping up in Irving's absence. Unfortunately, Kyrie didn't manage to find what he was searching for in Boston, so his next stop would be the Brooklyn Nets. The reason Kyrie signed with the Nets was that he felt nostalgia and wanted to be closer to the place where he grew up. In addition to that, it was the first time he felt like he could be the centerpiece of the franchise, despite being paired with Kevin Durant. Unfortunately, this subjective feeling of importance was what Kyrie lacked while playing with LeBron, which is sad considering he was one of the biggest contributors to their championship. However, KD and Kyrie did not see much success together as well. Durant's injury was a problem in Season 1, then COVID-19 happened and Kyrie's anti-vaccine antics cost him playing home games, so in their 2 playoff runs, they got beat by the Bucks and the Celtics without ever looking like a championship team. It was a matter of time before they split up, and during the 22 and 23 season, Kyrie got traded to the Mavs while KD joined the Suns. It was a quick ending to a sad story, and probably chapters in their careers they would do different if they could. However, there's no turning back the clock, so Kyrie remains in Dallas. If someone was to tell you back in 2016 that Kyrie would switch 4 different jerseys by the end of 2023, you'd probably stare at them in disbelief. But here we are. Kyrie has shown he can perform well alongside Luka, so if their egos don't collide in the future, they're guaranteed to be an offensive force together. The best thing about this duo is their ability to provide the team with points from isolation, so clutch time scoring won't be an issue for the Mavs. What also works for Dallas is the age gap between their stars. Kyrie is not old in terms of physical decline, but has matured enough to give Luka some much needed guidance and help him develop into an even more deadly scorer. On top of that, their relationship may also benefit Kyrie, since he's the one who's the older brother now, compared to his time spent in the Cavs with LeBron James. There's a chance that through guiding and carrying for Luka, he'll gain more insight into LeBron's perspective from those days and rejuvenate their friendship. Happy Kyrie is productive Kyrie, and learning he wasn't neglected back in the Cavaliers era, and that the world still recognizes his talent and impact he had on the Cavs team, could inject Kyrie with new doses of motivation which could be lethal for the rest of the league. The next season promises to be so much better compared to the previous one, simply due to a strategic adjustment made in the summer. Imagine all the defense penetration Luka and Kyrie can make when they have shooters like Dante Exum, Seth Curry, and Tim Hardaway Jr. ready for a kick-out pass, preventing the help. The West will be difficult to get through, especially now that everyone set their eyes on dethroning the Nuggets, but there's a bright future for Kyrie, Luka, and the Mavs if they don't allow the negatives to get in their way and focus just on basketball matters. Just for comparison, when Dirk won his title in 2011, he was the only all-star player on that team and showed to everyone in the finals that basketball was still a team sport, which is why Luka's and Kyrie's Mavs are not to be disregarded as contenders in the stacked West. Knowing Mark Cuban, he'll probably work on getting some additions throughout the season, so we never know how the year may turn out. Hopefully, Kyrie stays fine both physically and emotionally, and manages to find peace within his own mind regardless of the city he's in. If he brings back Kyrie that sealed the Warriors' fate back in 2016, we're about to witness a true Western throwdown. That's it for today, dear friends. If you have an interesting view on Kyrie's situation, feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below. While you're waiting for more NBA news and updates, also make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. Until next time.